What is up, guys? It is Game Storms here, bringing you some Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Today, I wanted to give a little tips and tricks video for the rose. This is going to be a very simple one, but for people that use the rose and they still don't do amazing, because, I don't know, for whatever reason, but I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to pretty much do guaranteed amazing every gameplay with the rose. The rose, as you guys know, is the OP character in Plants vs. Zombies. But that doesn't mean that you're always going to do amazing just because she's OP. Now, there are a few tips and tricks to this, and the first one that you should do, that you should know about the rose, is that the rose does have her auto aim, but it is meant for a medium to long range. You do not want to get close with the rose. I see a lot of people use the rose and they decide that they just play like any other character and just rush up close and whatever, and they die more frequently. Yes, the rose has her abilities, which are frustrating to fight against, but in all honesty, with the rose, you want to stay at a far distance, medium range distance, just to the aim lock will automatically lock on from that range. It will hit just about every bullet. When you're at close range, not every bullet hits. Some of them just miss if they're turning around you correctly, which is kind of suckish. But so when you stay at a far medium range, use all you can to just hit the enemy as much as you want. You don't want to go straight fight on contact with any of the enemies. If you do at a range, even if you're at a range, you're still going to probably win most fights just because you have your lock on. Now, if you get to a fight at range, what you want to do is just go in like a circle pattern. You want to jump up in the air like I do right here, where I'm just jumping and going like up to the side and back around like I'm going in a circle motion. It makes it a lot harder for the enemy to actually hit you frequently, and if they do start hitting you and they start rushing towards you, your best choice of action is, if they get within a few feet, you want to go-defy them, or you can slow them depending on who you're fighting. If you're fighting an all-star or a super brains, you are going to want to go-defy them, because them up close is very dangerous. They have their sprint tackles, so they can dish a lot of damage out fast with those. Now, if you run into like a scientist or a soldier or an imp or something, even imps, you might want to go-defy imps possibly, just because they can lift you up in the air, but usually that's not going to be a problem. You're usually going to kill an imp way before he gets close to you. But if it's a scientist, engineer, a soldier, just slow them, and with the slow, you can just back off, shoot them, and dish it out like that. Now, in rare cases, well, not rare cases, I should say, but if they're in frequent cases, you will start getting hit pretty hard by multiple enemies, and your teammates won't be able to take the hits for you. Which, that's basically what you want to do with the rose. You want your teammates to be in front, you in the back, because you're automatically going to support every encounter with your locking on. But if you get to a weak point, I would say when you get it to about 50% health, depending on your situation, especially if an enemy is really close to you, you are going to want to activate that Y ability. Now, the Y ability, to me, is not meant to just be activated to be activated, like a lot of the other characters' Y abilities. For the rose, I play it as a defense tactic. I think it's best to be played as that. When you get into a sticky situation of losing half your health, or you are really getting close to dying and that somebody could finish you off real fast with one of their abilities, push the Y button and just start running away. You will see it quite frequently in this video. This was a great video for me to record. I just recorded this gameplay. But as you can see, I just use my Y abilities. I back up out of the fights, run away, start regenerating my health by the time I'm out of my arcane force or whatever it is. And then you just slowly move back forward as your health regens, start attacking your enemies from angles that they can't really hit you, and your aim assist will automatically hit them. So that's about everything I need to tell you guys for the rose. Defense tactic was the last one. You definitely just need to push Y and get the hell out of there. You don't want to rush up against people, really. You will probably see me in a few encounters rush up against some people, but it's nothing too major. I already have them weakened, so rushing up against them isn't too bad. Now, of course, this is basically tips for most game modes. This will probably work in most game modes. I play Gnome Bomb. Gnome Bomb, it works for this game mode, even though I don't play super objective based in Gnome Bomb due to this way of playing. So I recommend that if you really want to use these tactics like all the time, I recommend you play a killing game mode. Vanquish, Confirmed, or Team Vanquish. I recommend you play those for this. But anyway, guys, I hope these tips help you, and I hope your KDs and everything rise as you play this. I have experienced the Rose quite often, and I have a lot of fun with her. I'm just trying to level her up before they nerf her, just so I don't have to use her anymore, because I feel like she might be a bit of a pain to use once she gets nerfed. So use these tips and tricks while you can before a giant nerf comes. If the nerf is really big, I might try and make another tips and tricks video if it does change the way you want to play her. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a like rating, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Peace.